In hip-hop, silence is seldom seen as a virtue. It's often interpreted as fear, submission, or even worse, irrelevance. However, for Kendrick Lamar, silence is his most formidable weapon. While the world anticipated his response to every subliminal jab from Drake, every internet joke, and every calculated insult, Kendrick did what he always does. He waited. He observed. And he remained silent, not out of fear, but because he understood something that many didn't. His silence resonates more powerfully than Drake's entire body of work. This narrative isn't merely about two rappers. It's about legacy, influence, and dominance. It contrasts two individuals who embody entirely different philosophies in the industry: Drake, the entertainer, and Kendrick, the revolutionary. When these two realms intersect, it's clear who holds the upper hand, and it doesn't require a battle to see it. Silence speaks volumes. Hello everyone, welcome to Celebrity Cookies. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment your thoughts about the video. I hope to see you in our next cookies. Drake is intentionally loud. His brand relies on being visible. He's omnipresent, on social media, in your playlists and at events. He releases albums, goes on tours, hosts podcasts, takes photos with influencers, and is always in the spotlight, constantly making noise. This is how Drake succeeds, by saturating the scene and not allowing his rivals any breathing room. In contrast, Kendrick doesn't inundate anyone with noise. He allows the chaos to unfold and waits for the tumult to settle. His approach is strategic and long-term. No tweets, no interviews, no freestyle comebacks. Just an extended, profound silence. And that silence is far from empty. It's filled with reflection, calculation, and intent. It's unsettling and strategic, driving Drake to distraction. Recall when Pusha T revealed Drake's secret child? It was a moment that could have severely jeopardized Drake's career, yet he managed to persevere. He continued to release music, shifted the narrative, and mitigated the fallout. But if Kendrick had been in Pusha's position, would he have even reacted? Or would he have simply observed as Drake crumbled under the pressure of his own openness? That's the essence of Kendrick. He understands Drake better than Drake understands himself. He doesn't need to throw wild punches to make an impact. He waits for Drake to overreach, to overshare, to expose too much. Kendrick excels in restraint, which is daunting for someone like Drake, who thrives on attention. When Kendrick does choose to express himself, it's through his art, not through tweets, Instagram stories, or guest verses. He releases complete works, albums that feel like documentaries, manifestos, or cultural movements. Within these meticulously crafted albums, Kendrick conveys everything he needs to say with such precision that it feels almost surgical. Take The Heart Part 5 as an example. Kendrick didn't need to mention Drake by name or directly insult him. Yet, the tension was palpable, and the underlying message was clear. You knew who he was addressing. The communication was powerful, even if it was subtle. Kendrick's pauses between verses aren't just silence, they're strategic. In contrast, Drake cannot afford to be quiet. If he goes silent, he risks becoming a target. His entire success relies on being consistently active, always producing and engaging. Drake doesn't dominate by being the best rapper. He dominates by being the most present. This is why Kendrick's quietness poses such a challenge for him. No matter how many albums Drake releases or bars he writes, Kendrick can choose not to respond and still come out ahead. This is a battle of minds. Drake finds himself trapped in a cycle, constantly questioning Kendrick's next move. With every project he releases, he wonders, will Kendrick react to this? Each line he writes is influenced by the thought of Kendrick. Meanwhile, Kendrick isn't preoccupied with Drake. He's focused on his legacy, impact, and artistry. That's the true power dynamic at play. This isn't merely a rap feud, it's a strategic game of chess. While Drake engages in straightforward tactics with diss tracks and social media, Kendrick is already planning his next several moves. He remains unaffected by the chaos around him. He embodies the calm before the storm. Moreover, Kendrick doesn't need to confront Drake in a song. He competes with him through patience. As Drake inundates the internet with lyrics, rumors, and jabs, Kendrick withdraws into solitude, allowing Drake to become overwhelmed by his own noise. The irony is that the more Drake speaks, the more power Kendrick accumulates. Every line Drake writes about Kendrick is a public acknowledgement that Kendrick occupies space in his mind. Conversely, Kendrick offers Drake nothing, no attention, no lyrics, no recognition. Yet, Kendrick continues to be the most intimidating figure in Drake's realm. Even Drake's fans recognize this. They look forward to a potential response from Kendrick more than they celebrate Drake's verses. Deep down, they understand that when Kendrick does choose to respond, It won't just be a simple diss, it will be a significant moment in culture and hip-hop history. Kendrick is aware of this too, which is why he isn't in a hurry. For him, timing is crucial. So, what does Kendrick's silence convey? It indicates that he doesn't need to adhere to Drake's game. It shows he's not focused on immediate victories. It highlights his understanding of the distinction between popularity and true power. Most importantly, it reveals that he's already in Drake's head without uttering a single word. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on the story.